before the age of Vikings, before the sagas, before the Christian kings who carved their names into runestones, there was an older story, a story thousands of years deeper. An island in the Baltic Sea called Gotland, and a legendary man named Kjellvar. To modern archaeologists, Gotland is a physical island. You can see it on maps, you can fly a drone above it, you can photograph its reefs. But in the mythology of Scandinavia, Gotland was not always stable. According to the legend, in ancient times, Gotland sank into the sea during the day and rose above the surface during the night, every single day. The entire island vanished and reappeared. Nothing on earth behaved like this place. And then, one man arrived. His name was Kjellvar, and he brought fire. Warker 1:5 Rum. According to the ancient Gutta saga, Kjellvar was not a warrior king. He was not a conqueror. He was a bringer. He arrives to this strange island, this island that sinks by day and rises by night, and he carries with him fire. Not a torch of war, but a metaphysical flame, the symbol of settlement, knowledge, permanence. In Indo-European myth, fire hog culture. Fire is what separates wandering tribes from civilization. So, when Kjellvar brings fire to Gotland, the island stops sinking. Gotland becomes fixed, stable, real. Fire is the anchor. It is the mythic moment where a floating land becomes a place where humans can live. This is why, in the old stories, Kjellvar is not remembered as a king or a hero. He is remembered as the first man, the first human who made Gotland habitable. And in this culture, in this mythology, that makes him the father of everyone who came after. When you first see Kjellvar's tomb, it does not look like a grave at all. It looks like a ship, 18 meters long, 5 meters wide, stone like gunwale planks, the bow and stern slightly rising, exactly like a Viking longboat. But this stone ship is from the Bronze Age, more than 1,000 years before the Vikings. So, why a ship? Because in ancient northern belief, a ship is not only for traveling the sea. A ship is also for traveling between worlds. A ship takes you across the water in this life and takes your soul across the cosmic ocean into the next. It is a vessel of transition. So, when they buried a legendary founder inside a stone ship grave, they were not simply honoring a dead man. They were giving him the same thing he gave to Gotland, a journey to permanence, a way to cross from myth to eternity. And for 3,000 years, this stone ship still stands, like a fossil of belief, on an island that once floated between day and night. 1.5. For centuries, Kjellvar's ship remained a silent monument. Locals told stories, historians debated, but the grave itself kept its secrets, until 1938. Archaeologists opened the stone ship carefully, stone by stone, and found something startling. A small coffin made of stone slabs, not wood, not metal, stone. A coffin built to last forever. Inside it, remains and artifacts were studied, confirming something remarkable. This was not a random pile of rocks, not a symbolic structure added in later medieval times, but a real Bronze Age grave. Meaning, the legend is not anchored in fantasy alone. There really was a powerful, honored figure buried here 3,000 years ago, someone whose memory was so strong that his burial demanded a stone ship. Did that ancient chief literally bring fire to Gotland? History cannot say, but archaeology proves this. Someone in prehistoric Gotland was honored as a world-changing ancestor, and that is how legends begin. 1.5. So why, after 3,000 years, do people still say Kjellvar was the first human of Gotland? Because the legend of Kjellvar is not just about a grave. It is a myth about the beginning of civilization itself. In the old Gotlandic saga texts, the island was once cursed. Gotland sank into the sea every single day. Night came, the island disappeared, until a stranger arrived, Gelvar, and he brought with him something the island had never known: fire. Fire changed everything. Fire meant light. Fire meant warmth. Fire meant black night could be held back. Most importantly, fire meant permanence. From that moment, Gotland could no longer sink. The island stayed above the sea. The symbol is powerful. Gelvar didn't just bring flame, he brought stability, order, culture. He brought the spark that allowed humans to build a world. And that is why Gotland remembers him as the first human. Because the first human in myth does not mean the first person biologically. It means the first one who brings the spark of civilization, the first one who transforms chaos into meaning. And Gelvar, buried in a stone ship on a cold island in the Baltic Sea, still carries that mythic role.